We've got 2 stories today, so let's jump right into the first one, shall we? Was her goal all along to get wasted and cheat on me? My now ex-partner, female 45, went out one weekend with family and friends. We were together for 5 years and lived separately. I trusted her very much and always knew she hated cheaters and liars. Our relationship was at times difficult, as she had trust issues because of her abusive ex-partner, but we got through it eventually and got on well. At the end of her night out, she posted a Snapchat story of her in the back of a taxi with her head on another guy's shoulder, looking really drunk, and then later at his house with a video of one of her girlfriends singing but could hear this guy's voice. I had a bad feeling, but thought it's maybe her friend's new boyfriend. Then the next morning, I called to see if she was okay, but no answer. Next again, 3 p.m. in the afternoon, but no answer. Eventually, she called back at 6, sounding rough, and instantly told me she slept with another guy. My heart sank. She sounded really guilty and regretful. She said she had also been taking coke all night, and I was utterly shocked, and she sounded it too. We arranged to meet up and talk. She said she didn't know why she did it and think it was just about the sex. I couldn't understand why, because we had a very healthy sex life together. I asked some details about it, if it was better, etc., but she said she couldn't remember anything. I just put that down to she doesn't want to talk about the dirty details, and she denied it was him in the picture, which I didn't believe. Said she was happy in our relationship and loved me very much, and that they had used a condom, which I believed. I thought there was no way she would lie about that. She left his house at 1 p.m. saying she was really upset at what she did and felt sick, and she would never see this guy again and never cheat ever again. She was in his bloody house for 13 hours. I adored this girl and knew it wasn't her, and I trusted and believed what she said. We both wanted to work things out. We met up and talked on Monday to try to find out what the issue was, and she couldn't find one and what we should do. Next day, she came over and we talked a bit more to know how to make the relationship better and more assured. We had sex. It felt weird, and for the first time ever, we didn't enjoy it. She cried after, and I told her it would go back to how it was before. I know she enjoys sex, and after a few drinks, she always has a horny hangover, so she maybe just needed to get it from me? It took her a few days to recover from the drink and drug-fueled weekend, but I could feel and sense she wasn't right. The next day, she called and ended it, saying she can't be with someone she cheated on. Totally blocked me everywhere instantly and told me I'd never contact her ever again. It was devastating. The love of my life was gone, and I couldn't understand why she would cut me out so quickly and so easily with no answers and no way to contact. I treated her with nothing but love and respect and stood by her when she felt ill, but admit this felt a bit different during all the lockdowns with COVID. I felt really stupid and felt this is not the person I thought I knew. I found an old phone, WhatsApp her asking if she is being honest that she used a condom. She read it, then instantly blocked me with no reply. It just made me feel worse and wanted more answers I couldn't get. Feels like I've been used, lied to, and that she wasn't telling me the truth about the condom or anything else. Now thinking through it all once the anger was put away, she was out her face on drink and drugs, having coke-fueled marathon sex with a stranger at 45, and knowing she obviously wasn't happy and didn't want to say. She made so many wrong decisions that night and so many bad choices she probably didn't even have the presence of using a condom or care. I have no idea if she is with the other guy or trying to take time out to fix herself, as she said. Just so hurtful someone who I knew she loved me very much at some point could be so cruel and knowingly put me at risk. Now I have to take an STD test and figure out how to move on with my life after the damage she caused. I just feel she knew what she was doing all along. Alright, community, let's give some comments in there and see what this guy should know. First comment from Glittering Freedom 5. Of course she knew. It is nonsense that cheaters have no agency. She fancied the guy early that night and went for it. It may have happened before. Whether she feels remorse at some point is not in your control. Work on yourself, feel the pain, and start dating others when it subsides a bit. Use adversity to your advantage and move towards the life you want, not the life you thought you had. Best of luck. Next comment comes from Mo Music Man. Be glad she's gone. She screwed up, and the coke and booze and cock all weekend has left her completely down. She will probably come back. Don't take her. Kick her butt to the curb. Get tested for STIs now. That silence could indicate she's got something and is afraid to tell you. Don't wait. As for contact, stop trying. But at the same time, don't hide who she is. Don't carry her burden of guilt. Tell every single person who she is and what she did. any embarrassment you feel is misplaced. She is the one who should be feeling like the immoral, uncaring, selfish, drugged up, alcoholic, cheating, lying snake. And everyone should know who she is before she spreads her sickness to the next unsuspecting guy or girl. Our last comment comes from Vicariously Livin'. You can't blame yourself for her actions. She is obviously deeply ashamed and isn't dealing with that well. I feel sorry for you as you have done nothing wrong and have had the rug completely yanked out from under you. Please be kind to yourself and try to limit the internal voice that wants to put you down and point the finger. You are probably better off, as she is obviously not in a state to be in a relationship right now. But give her time, give yourself time. She has probably blocked you as she feels the more she talks to you, the more she is probably hurting you. Message me if you need anything. I have been where you are, and it's so freaking confusing. Enough about that guy. On to the next story. My girlfriend, female 27, left me, male 32, for a 59-year-old man. Basic info, we've been together 8 years. We met at university. She was a year behind me, and have a shared mortgage. I moved to her hometown after she graduated, so the house isn't near my friends and family. I basically moved here for her. At the start of this year, we'd agreed we wanted a baby, and we were both working towards that. She has been in touch, through texts, etc., with a male 59, her old driving instructor, since around 2018, despite both me and her mother trying to show her it was creepy. Okay, so this is a weird one. I'm not sure where I went wrong here, and it's killing me, but maybe an outside perspective could help. We had an argument 3 weeks ago, whilst on holiday, July 27th. I asked her to upload a photo on my phone to Pinterest, since I don't know how, and she saw a few pictures of the other women. Nothing pornographic, literally like a Facebook photo. She freaked out, and eventually I had to drive her to a train station since she was adamant she didn't want to stay. When she got home, she texted me to say don't come back for a bit as she needed time to think. I thought I'd give her some space and time, then go back on the weekend. I went back on the Sunday, August 1st, and we talked, during which she said she didn't love me anymore and wanted to take the mortgage on herself. Then on Monday, the 2nd, we had another chat in which she promised me she'd give us a chance. When I drove off and parked up at a hotel, she phoned me and broke things off. After 8 years, over the phone. Flash forward a couple of weeks. We'd decided I'd take over the mortgage. She can't afford it on her wage, but I can, and she'd move in with her parents. Then, last Wednesday, the 11th, we had a talk. There were tears, etc., and then she asked me if there was a chance we could be friends after this, maybe even a chance at trying again. I replied I couldn't rule it out, but we need work, counseling and stuff. Then, after asking me all that, she told me she had cheated on me with the 59-year-old male and had been staying at his house while away from me. Turns out that when she got back on the Tuesday, the 27th of July, she stayed at a friend's for a few days and then went to his on the Friday, the 30th. According to her, until she came clean, she'd been around his pretty much all the time. Then her parents came around and she told them, or they'd kick her out. And guess where she went? He had been texting her more and more for months, and she had emotionally and physically lost touch with me. But she never said anything, and despite all the efforts, she just wasn't bothered with us anymore. The worst bit for me is the loneliness, and the thought of her with him. I'm 6'2", muscular, and he's a fat, red-faced old man. I just don't understand. I'm trying to move on, but the thought of it makes me sick. Alright, let's get some comments and see if we can help this guy. Ezagreb starts us off. Sounds like she was looking for any reasonable excuse to leave. 59 years old, was romancing her for months, and she took the pics as the excuse to execute Plan B. It obviously wasn't about looks or a physical relationship. More likely, it was simply positive attention he was showing her. The flash forward was literally her having second thoughts about her being partner to a 59-year-old. Even if she asks, don't take her back. She was not a good partner. A good partner would have made an effort to tell you they were unhappy. Your takeaway should be thinking about what you can do better with your next partner. LOL, says, she was always in contact with him and you literally saved yourself from more drama. Don't stay in touch with her at all. She might come back if the things with the other guy doesn't work out. You deserve so much better. It will be difficult at start, but everything will work out. Next comment from Razorback166. You'll never trust her again. Don't waste your time trying to work on this as she's proven she's not even remotely trustworthy. Remove her from your life as quickly as you can. Best wishes, my dude. I sympathize for the pain you're going through. Breakups suck. Our last comment comes from Vox Popsicle. If she had gotten drunk and slipped up, it would be one thing, potentially forgivable. But she spent months not mentioning that she was being groomed by a figure from her past. She has problems. Might be past trauma catching up with her. Might be a mental illness. Might just be a total lack of character. But in any case, I don't think that this is a rift that will heal. Counseling can help you recover from this. She should get some counseling too, to figure out what the F is going on in her head, but that isn't your concern. One quick reply from the OP. In my head, I think that's the worst thing. If it was someone our age, or like you said, a drunken mistake, I could process it mentally. But not this. Morally, it's sickening to me.